Have you ever stared at a cloud and seen the shape of an animal? Or found meaning in the way numbers align, like 1111 on a clock? Or maybe you've connected unrelated events, convinced that they formed part of a hidden pattern. If so, you've experienced apophenia. Apophenia is the human tendency to perceive meaningful connections between unrelated things. It's the mind's way of finding order in chaos, of weaving a story where none exists. And while it may sound like a quirk of imagination, it's a fundamental aspect of how we navigate the world. The term was first coined in 1958 by Klaus Conrad, a German psychiatrist, to describe the tendency in patients with psychosis to find patterns in random stimuli. Over time, though, apophenia has come to describe a much broader human phenomenon, one that's not limited to mental illness but deeply rooted in how our brains function. Our brains are wired to recognize patterns. It's a survival mechanism, honed over thousands of years. Early humans who could spot patterns, like the rustle of leaves indicating a predator, were more likely to survive. This instinct is so strong that we sometimes see patterns even when none exist. A face in the moon, a message in the randomness of static. Apophenia can be playful, even beautiful. It's what allows us to see art in clouds, to enjoy the poetry of coincidences, and to find joy in connecting disparate ideas. It fuels creativity, inspiring artists, writers, and thinkers to make leaps of imagination. But apophenia has a darker side. When unchecked, it can lead us down rabbit holes of conspiracy theories and false beliefs. It can make us see significance in coincidences, where none actually exists, and convince us that unrelated events are part of some grand design. The human mind, in its relentless search for meaning, sometimes constructs stories that can mislead us. Consider the gambler who believes a winning streak is just around the corner because the roulette wheel has landed on red 5 times in a row, or the person who sees divine intervention in a series of random events. These are examples of apophenia at work, our minds grasping for meaning in a sea of randomness. But why do we do this? The answer lies in our need for certainty. Life is unpredictable and often overwhelming, and the unknown can be frightening. By finding patterns, we create a sense of order, a narrative that helps us make sense of the world. Even if that narrative is flawed, it feels better than admitting randomness rules much of our existence. At its core, apophenia is a double-edged sword. It's a testament to the creativity of the human mind, but it's also a reminder of how easily we can be deceived by our need for meaning. The challenge lies in knowing when to embrace it and when to let it go. So what can we take away from this? First, it's important to be aware of our own tendency toward apophenia. When you find yourself drawing connections or assigning meaning to random events, pause and ask, is there evidence to support this? Or is my mind creating a story out of coincidence? At the same time, we shouldn't dismiss apophenia entirely. It's part of what makes us human. It's what allows us to find beauty in the mundane, to imagine possibilities, and to connect with others through shared stories. In a way, apophenia is a reminder that life is as much about the stories we tell ourselves as it is about the facts. It's a balancing act between skepticism and imagination, between embracing mystery and seeking truth. The next time you see a face in the clouds or notice an uncanny coincidence, take a moment to appreciate it. Not because it holds a hidden meaning, but because it reveals something about you, about your mind's relentless drive to make sense of the world, about your capacity to find wonder in the ordinary. Apophenia is, at its heart, a reflection of our humanity, a mirror showing us our need for meaning, our creativity, and sometimes our folly. And in that, perhaps, there's more meaning than we ever imagined. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Serena, and I share enchanting short stories and discuss topics that invite you to ponder the intricacies of human nature and reality. If you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Hope to see you next time.